Alright, what's good, everybody? This J.C.A. Reactions. I'm John, back once again, about to get into the latest death battle we all been waiting for. Cable versus Booster Gold, Marvel versus DC Comics. Y'all already know the original link will be in the description box below. Y'all want to check it out without my commentary or whatnot. Now, like I said last time, on last death battle, I don't know who I'm voting for. Honestly, I don't know neither one of these characters, so I'm going here with non-biased. So I'm gonna check out the stats, see which more I favor towards. Hopefully I favor towards they give me the dub, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna spend too much more time talking. What the fuck my remote here it is. I ain't gonna spend too much more time talking. They're gonna get into it. Without further ado, I'm about to give out this contest stricken from me to you. Let's get it.
Mankind has always looked to the past with regret for mistakes, and to the future for the chance to correct them. But what if the past and future could be visited at the same time?
I'd say buckle up, but where we're going, we don't need seatbelts. Wait a minute, is that the right quote?
Cable, the time-traveling warrior mutant from Marvel.
And Booster Gold, the greatest DC Comics hero you've never heard of. He's
You've
with his
never
high
heard of
boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
This crazy thing, they both got unheard of
Our
characters.
convoluted story begins with the supervillain, Mr. Sinister.
With a name like that, you'd just be disappointed if he wasn't a supervillain.
In an attempt to destroy another supervillain, Apocalypse, Sinister planned to create the ultimate mutant.
So he decided to, breed the X-Men Scott Summers and Jean Grey. Alright, weirdo, I mean, they're already in a relationship.
Just one little problem. By the time Sinister was ready, Jean was kind of dead.
No problem for Mr. City. He just cloned Jean, got the new her in bed with Cyclops, and bam! Out popped Nathan Summers, Marvel's ultimate baby.
Of course, we're talking about comic books here, so Jean eventually came back to life. After dumping the clone, Scott and Jean decided to raise baby Nate together.
Oh, how nice. They love happy endings.
Until Nate was kidnapped by, ironically, Apocalypse. Apocalypse infected Nate with the techno-organic virus, a liquid metal that converts organic tissue into cold, unfeeling steel.
It's basically cyborg herpes.
Yeah.
And just like the real thing,
Sound
there
like
was no cure. Trust me. Until the lady from the future showed up.
Long story short, Scott
Basically
and Jean allowed
termination.
Nate to be taken 2,000 years into the future in hopes of a cure. Unfortunately, there wasn't one, because the future world was ruled by, of course, Apocalypse.
So now, poor Nate's got an incurable robot virus and is stranded in a post-apocalyptic apocalypse future. What a ripoff.
Well, it's not all bad. As the techno-organic virus took over Nathan's body, it enhanced
Oh,
his
that's
strength,
the
speed,
dude
and
from
endurance.
Deadpool too.
Most
Okay.
notably, he gained a powerful metal arm and a cybernetic eye that can see in infrared, track objects 2 miles away, and fire lasers.
And if any part of his robo-self is damaged, he can just put it back together lickety-split.
He's more than just a cyborg, though. His training in the future turned him into an incredible hand-to-hand combatant and tactical genius.
And like any good 90s comic book hero, he often comes to fights packing some totally awesome heat. But
The virus would eventually overtake his body and destroy him.
good thing Cable's not just any mutant, he's an Omega level mutant, which means his power is ultra maximum level.
Thanks to his parentage, Cable possesses incredible telekinetic power. He can move objects with his mind, create force fields, disassemble complex technology, and even manipulate matter down to the atomic level.
He uses this TK power to keep the technovirus at bay. Yeah, he's constantly pushing the virus back 24/7. How does he do that in his sleep?
His telekinetic powers are so strong that he once stopped 247 enormous missiles, contained their explosions, and then funneled them out of the atmosphere.
Badass. He's also a telepath who can read and control minds on a planet-wide level. He can even shut your brain off if he doesn't like you. Which I can do that to Wiz.
Did it?
Good luck with that.
Did they show that in the
Capable of
movie?
ionizing the entire planet's atmosphere all by himself, and his psionic
Ugh.
powers extend even further. He can physically displace his body through both time and space, allowing
Their fight for a better future in our past.
And that's how he found alternate versions of himself, like a clone named Strife, a timeline where he was a she named Rachel, and another Nathan Grey who was called X-Man.
Wow, really breaking the bank on the name of that guy, huh?
Alright, y'all going completely in depth. I don't know a lot of these folks.
He was, is that Jesus?
I was about to say, is that Jesus?
Oh my god!
Oh, Holy shit, be careful of what you say in front of mutant Jesus.
Is that
Man's
Jesus?
potential is
For real?
incredible. A showcase of the almighty power Cable could have if not for the techno-organic virus.
So Cable said, screw this bullshit, and straight up pulled the virus out of himself. What did he even grab onto?
Literally rearranging his DNA to do so, which is impossible. Across the 70 trillion cells in an average human body, there are over 200,000 pairs of DNA. But somehow, over the course of a day, Cable could comprehend and manipulate each and every one.
Yeah, that's why I said hardcore. Without that dumb virus digging him over, he's lifted a giant metal island into the sky, broke the Silver Surfer's board, and could even move planets.
To move the Earth out of its solar orbit by 10%, Cable...
Remember it, Apocalypse. The name's Cable.
Alright, who we got next?
Booster Gold is a hero, an icon, a brand. He's a vigilante protecting the streets of Metropolis, and also the head of his own PR company. He's a wink and a catchphrase. He's fame and fortune incarnate.
But the number one thing to know about Booster Gold, he's 100% full of shit.
Michael John Carter was your average star college football player from the 25th century.
His future in the future was bright, until his mother caught a devastating illness they couldn't afford to treat.
Forced into a corner, Michael was caught betting on his own games in order to pay for the treatment.
Should have moved to future Canada.
While his mother did
Future
survive,
Canada.
Michael found himself in jail. After his time, he just managed to land a job as a security guard at the Metropolis Space Museum and stumbled upon the exhibit on 20th century superheroes.
Which inspired him to become a superhero too. Kind of. Actually, he stole all the hero tech he could, and turns out it was the real deal, including a goddamn time machine. Oh yeah, great idea. Let's just leave that shit lying around in the museum that hires ex-cons as security.
Alongside his own C-3PO bot, Skeet, Michael took a trip to the past. He used his knowledge of future events to profit off the stock market and form his own company, Gold Star Incorporated.
Oh, I bet.
That's pretty clever of him. Clever like a fox. Because
Trying to be
J.
Tony
Fox
Stark,
played
boy.
The guy from Back to the Future, and he went back, and Sports Almanac.
This PR firm and merchandising house would eventually introduce him as a self-made superhero celebrity, Gold Star.
Except Ronald Reagan misheard the name as Booster Gold, and it stuck. Well, now he sounds like a trading card pack.
Yeah, this well.
Michael didn't initially become a superhero for altruistic means. Even Superman, the most positive man alive, believed Booster Gold to be a huge dick.
Who could blame him? Booster didn't care about helping people. He just wanted to make a fortune on problems he already knew would happen. Sports Almanac, remember?
I mean, he won't be
Luckily,
first.
he wasn't all talk. His stolen technology was incredibly advanced.
Like his power suit, which, despite making him look like a huge tool, increases his strength, speed, and toughness to superhuman levels.
His most important tool of all. Booster's force field is an impenetrable wall of continual energy so dense that not even bacteria can pass through.
It can shrug off physical and energy attacks as
We
well
need
as
that now.
weirder stuff like mind control.
From the likes of Maxwell Lord, no less. A telepath powerful enough to brainwash the entire planet.
Booster can even remove his force field and wrap it around something else to protect them or to crush them into nothingness, like my heart after 7th grade prom.
Perhaps his suit's most bizarre ability is his mass dispersion field. Instead of blocking attacks, this field absorbs matter and spits it back out. Obviously, if applied to a human being, the results would be...
Me at my 7th grade prom.
And while Booster originally needed a time machine to travel to the past, he has since integrated temporal circuitry into his suit, allowing him to travel the time stream at will, or just stop it entirely. He can even hang out with his past and future selves.
Booster managed to fight alongside the Justice League. There he met fellow D-lister Blue Beetle, kicking off the most wholesome bromance ever.
To be fair, Booster wasn't just an empty charlatan. Sure, he used his future technology to pretend he had superpowers, but as time went on, his acts of heroism became real and often required sacrifice. Perhaps his friendship with Blue Beetle helped mold him into the selfless hero.
Into a real hero.
As much of a doofus as he can be, he's also kicked his fair share of ass. He's managed to go toe-to-toe with heavy hitters like Doomsday and Maxima.
He's moved quick enough to dodge beams of light, even flying fast enough to keep up with Flash and tap into the Speed Force. You know, the extra-dimensional energy field that controls all kinetic energy in the multiverse.
And his force field is no joke. It took hits from gods like Trigon. It even withstood a blast that was breaking down the Earth at the subatomic level.
It doesn't make him invincible. His force field is powered by the same energy source as his gauntlets, so using too much of either will deplete the other.
He's also a huge showboat and will take
Yeah,
any
I
opportunity he can to get rich quick.
Behind the scenes, it may not have been what he originally planned, but Booster Gold would ultimately become the greatest hero you've never heard of.
I am Booster Gold, the greatest hero you've never heard of.
Yeah, that's his actual slogan.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, we're going to tell you how you can boost your game in the kitchen.
I'm still not entirely sure what I want to do, but I'm more than likely gonna be going on the cable, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
Just check.
Buddy, do you mind? You're hogging my spotlight here. You look like an idiot. I like his outfit, though. Booster Gold. You want to take on the chain to boost your street cred, right? Well, if it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. Maybe the stain of blood. What the fuck he gets in, man? Wait, is this guy serious? There go the shit. Thank you. If you can't get past the blood, you ain't gonna work. Alright, douchebag. You want some of this? Let's see. How far you fly. You ain't lucky girl. Yeah. Alright, I guess it's taking back some shoes for real. Answer next week. And now next week. If Cable get hit down to do shooting, man, I swear, that's all he gotta do. I set this up while you were playing Road Team. Funny how time travel works. Oh, hey! I can do that too! In fact, it's kind of my thing. So, here's an army of these from every second we've fought so far. You're going with multi-shot qualification, man. Come on, man.
He might got him. He might have him. He might have him.
No! A voice in my head!
He might got him.
Must remove force field! Mine.
Get him.
Your time just...
Hurry up while you playing.
What? No, wait. Did you think you made me turn my force field off? No, it's too strong for that. I gave it to you.
I'll see you in hell, you goddamn golden asshole.
Who's terrific?
Ah!
What? No, seriously?
I know it seems ridiculous, but...
Seriously? How did that golden dingus beat mutant
That's what I'm
Jesus?
saying.
Well, it sounds crazy at first, but Booster Gold actually had everything he needed to take Cable out.
Cable's powers were way more versatile and deadly than Booster's, and his lifetime of experience in the trenches made him the more well-rounded soldier overall.
But Booster had plenty of deadly weaponry in his own right, though his saving grace was that force field.
Sure, that thing survived some crazy stuff.
Including every single thing in Cable's arsenal.
I said that. All he had to do was take down that force field. I thought he did.
Right? Well, Booster's force field survived planetary destruction at the subatomic level, similar to a nuclear bomb, but on a massive scale worth about 14 tenatons of TNT, over 100,000 times greater than Cable's power output.
That's 40 fucking zeros, bitches! Holy mutant Jesus! And remember, his gloves use the same energy as the shield, so that means Booster is packing some serious heat.
Even in
Man,
Cable's fight with the Silver
damn,
Surfer,
Booster.
while he managed to keep up for a short while, once the Surfer got serious, the fight was over pretty quick.
Meanwhile, Boosty's over here in the same league as speedsters like Flash. And I know what you're thinking. What about Cable's mind control powers?
Right.
Well, Boosty's shield protected him from Maxwell Lord.
Whose mental powers, like Cable's, could also span an entire planet.
Yeah, Cable looked a lot better on paper, but he just didn't have a surefire way to put Booster down for good. And Booster had exactly what he needed to nab a victory.
This is one of the awkward things about comparing heroes from different franchises. Cable may be a gritty badass and Booster may be a silly goofball, but those distinctions mostly matter in their own worlds. In Death Battle, we have to compare them directly, and sometimes that means a hero no one's ever heard of wins.
Booster didn't just win, he took home the gold.
The winner is Booster
I
Gold.
hate y'all right now. It is
Hey,
what
thanks
it
for
is.
watching this episode of Death Battle. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link down below. And if you want to watch more stuff,
I know who Cable
right over
is.
there.
I ain't know who. I knew about Cable, but I ain't know about Booster Gold. But I got an L on this. It is what it is. Who we got next though? Who we got next? Oh, Itachi. I mean not Itachi, but Kakashi. Nigga, what the hell? Kakashi versus. No, go back, Punk. Kakashi versus who? It looked like somebody from Star Wars.
know that.
So, well, yeah, it's from Star Wars. Off top, I'm going with Kakashi. Get on my screen, bro. I don't need you no more. Hold on, wait. Off top, I'm going with Kakashi, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Kakashi is gonna win it. Kakashi got the moves, bro. I don't care. And if I'm wrong on this, I might just stop doing this front. I might just stop doing the whole Death Battle series. Obviously, I'm not gonna do that, but you know that's how I'm feeling, man. But go ahead. Let me go and get out the video, bro. All right, y'all. That my reaction to Cable versus Booster Gold, man. I thought I didn't know who Cable was, but after looking at the footage from Deadpool 2, I remember that was the old boy from the movie. Just like his slogan say, I legit do not know Booster Gold, the hero that nobody ever heard of. That is legit, because I damn sure don't know this nigga. But I'm still slightly upset about that though. Like, bro, Cable still should have been able to take Booster Gold down. He took down his shield. Man, let me get out of the video. If y'all like this reaction, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section below. Also, if y'all think that Cable should have won, or if y'all were complacent with Booster Gold, y'all let me know in the comment section below. Let's start the conversation. Check y'all out on next Death Battle. Go Kakashi. Peace.